Drives make up 2/3 of the workforce, and they're continuing to create new jobs for them. Morning.
Yes, good morning to you both. It's the boss of KFC who we'll be talking to in a moment. Good morning, everyone. Yes, we've seen unemployment falling over the last few months, but it's still hard for a lot of young people to get full-time work. So we caught up with a couple of staff at a branch of KFC who are both under 25 to find out how they're feeling about the world of work.
I'm Emma. I've worked for KFC for 6.5 years. I started as a team member when I was 16, just for a part-time job. Since leaving university, I've started on the KFC graduate programme, and now I'm a signed-off assistant restaurant manager. Initially, when I started, I never saw this as a career, but since going and starting the graduate programme, I've seen that there's really great opportunities above store level, and I hopefully one day see myself in quite a senior operations role. But I think industry in general sometimes has the view that young people are maybe not going to be highly skilled when they come out of education, or they're not going to be willing to learn, and I think that's a myth that really needs to be broken.
I'm Wes. I've been with KFC for 1.5 years. I joined as an external assistant manager and worked my way up to a restaurant manager within a year. I think employers have become more recently aware that young people are a lifeline to their business, and that for the future they are going to be their divisional heads, their operational chiefs, and that they have to focus on developing the young talent that we have in this country. I don't think the future is as gloomy as it's made out to be by the media. I think that our generation are a generation that do want to work and that will work, and that we will produce the same results as other generations.
Well, joining me now is the UK Managing Director of KFC, Martin Shuker. Good morning to you,
Morning.
Martin. 2/3 of the people you employ are under 25. How easy is it to find the people with the right skills? Because we often hear about young people being told they don't have the right skills when they come out of school now.
To be honest, we're very encouraged, actually. We have literally 30 people applying for every job that we have, and we look for people who are going to be great team players, who've got sort of accountability and have got a real hunger and an appetite for work. And so there are plenty of those good young people around today.
There's a stigma, though, in your industry, isn't there? Because often, you know, people are told at school, if you don't work hard, you'll end up flipping burgers.
Well, I think the great thing in our industry, for example, is that you can start at an entry-level job, and the speed of progression that you can make is quite stunning, actually. We can have people starting as a team member, qualify to be a team leader literally within about 12 weeks. And we have people who are as young as 22 or 23 as restaurant managers running a £1 million business looking after 40 people.
So how many of those have you got, though? Because it can't be, not everyone can become a manager that quickly, can they?
No, absolutely not. But we promote literally 1,600 people a year. So it's a very comprehensive programme of continuous advancement we can offer.
0 hours contracts have been criticised. Why do you still use them?
Well, in the company system, we don't actually use 0 hours contracts. The contracts that we have offer the flexibility between both ourselves, the company, and our employees. We are looking for people who, to be frank, are looking for some flexibility. So we employ a lot of students, we employ a lot of part-time mums who need some flexibility in their overall
So you
time.
don't use 0 hours contracts?
In the company system, we do not use 0 hour contracts.
And I've got to ask you before you go, how often do you eat KFC?
Oh, at least once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah.
So when was the last time you had it?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to chicken out of that question.
No.
You didn't. Anyway, thanks very much for your
Great
time,
pleasure.
Martin.
Thank you.
That's it from me.